Hello and welcome to another Game Nexus arcade tour video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Casino Arcade in Seaside Heights, New Jersey. And now this is the biggest one on the whole boardwalk. So this video is going to be the longest of all of them. You can see a couple Super Marios, the jellyfish there, and Miss Pac-Man and Gauga reunion, along with some different kinds of animals here, and some dogs, and a few more like Super Mario 3D World characters there. And then there were these like weird little like balls, they look like gerbils or something. And a lot of really small ones that were never really worth it. This place has a bunch of those like fat seagulls. And then more of those that just kind of look like balls, and they're animals that are balls, I guess. I'm not really sure what was going on there. But another one of these like cut the rope machines that don't really give you anything. And here is the big crane, just like we had in Sonny and Ricky's and the other one, Deal or No Deal. This was another one that was a lot of money per try, and you barely ever won. Stepmania arcade game here, which is actually pretty cool. Stepmania started as a DDR clone, now it's an arcade game. The other big crane. And another one of those cut the rope games. And for some reason I went back to the ones I was just looking at. But here's that Mega Prize. I don't know how those are supposed to work. Those rubber things you could never get in the machine because they're just too heavy and it never holds them. And here's the purchase your game cards. As I'd mentioned in one of the previous videos, you can just play by card instead of putting money in. Yet another photo booth, some Christmas stuff, rubber duckies it looked like in that one. And then there's another one of those Rick and Morty redemption games. As I'd said in my other video, a lot of those redemption games, they were kind of like fun things you could play, but they just got you more tickets to win the prizes up top. And then here are some of the many prizes you could win, like some mugs here. And there are these little dogs here. A few years back, I actually had won 4 of the bigger version, which earlier I had passed by. But now for the bigger dogs, you had to pay $2 per try, whereas back when I won all the ones that I still have 2 of them, you only had to pay $1 per try. And I was surprised when I heard this music. I was like, wow, it is Angry Birds, but it was yet another one of those redemption machines. And there even are some like blenders and appliances. And then here's more of those poker machines that reminded me of that game my grandma used to play, Joker Poker, if anybody knows what that game was. And I thought this Aquaman statue was cool. That's why I kind of like zoomed in on it, because it just looks kind of cool. But all of that stuff is way too many tickets. Another Avengers redemption machine here with 2 seats to play. Kid was playing the SpongeBob redemption game. This arcade is one of the larger ones. I was kind of looking down at the display case, just trying my best to avoid people so they wouldn't think I was filming them. More of the Wizard of Oz redemption games, which are fairly similar to the Willy Wonka ones that you will see in the same like type of rows. Some towels that you could spend your tokens on and tickets. And it was cool, as you saw they were like loading some prizes down in the corner there. And here are some really fancy display pieces that you could spend way too many tickets on to win. Or to buy, really. Lots of stuff in this arcade. And then here is yet another like redemption type machine. And what I was looking at here is all like the cheap prizes that are like only a couple hundred tickets. Because like you're not going to have enough to win a lot of prizes, and you're going to have some left, so you can just get those. Wizard of Oz, and there was some superhero redemption. Minecraft Dungeons arcade game here. with a 4-player setup. And then here are yet more figurines you can get. Some really cool looking basketball hoops here with some crazy lights on them. And then there's Connect 4 hoops. So I guess it's something to do with like Connect 4, the old checkers game, and it's basketball. That crazy ice ball, skee ball, which it's not as good as the old-fashioned with the wooden balls, if you ask me. And then more smashing of clowns. You just throw like a ball at them. And now here is an actual Dead Storm Pirates, which runs on Namco System 357C, which is a PlayStation 3-based arcade game, which is kind of cool to actually see an actual arcade game in one of these arcades, which sadly is kind of rare. So I was kind of happy to see the 2-player deluxe sit-down version of that game. Another crane here. And then there's these crazy mirrors that make you look all weird. Some more wall hangings you can get. And there's a weirdly curved air hockey game. And now here's a dodgeball ultimate arena. I guess you have to throw it at all the various characters, and you get tickets as well on this one. So I thought that was kind of cool. Dog Pounder. Another redemption type machine. And then this was that wheel that would spin to give you different kinds of tickets, but it was off. And Power Roll, which is another redemption game. Another Down the Clown machine, but this one was a little bit smaller than the other. And Pop the Lock to get more tickets. And then there's that big dice Monopoly game we saw in the Coin Castle arcade. And Quick Drop is yet another skill-based get lots of tickets type game. Gotta give them credit for creativity when it comes to some of these redemption games. At least they make it fun to get your tickets. And here's a Spider-Man redemption game. Just like the Avengers one we've seen a few times in these videos. It's got 2 seats, and these are actually Pepsi seats for some reason. There's that thing with the wheelie guy being shot out of the camera, and just the regular wheel. A fishing redemption game, and the big one again that I had passed before. Now here are more of the actual arcade games. This one's kind of like a VR experience here. And then some quick shot games here. And this is the Kong Skull Island VR experience. So I was kind of surprised to see this one actually had some like real games in it, like Virtual Rabbids here, which had Rumble D-Box seats. And now Asphalt Legends 9, which is actually originally a mobile game, Asphalt Legends. And I think there were actually like some DS and 3DS versions of that as well. All these run on like computers. 5 coins to play, so $1.25. Then there's this really fancy basketball NBA Superstars game. I think this might have been redemption, like it might have given you tickets, but I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not really into basketball games. Only one I really played much is like Double Dribble on the Nintendo. And now here is Raw Thrills Jurassic Park Arcade. And now here is a claw machine with some turtles in it. I passed by that rather quick, but I actually got one of those and gave it to my mom. It was a play till you win, and it was $6, but she likes sea creatures, so she was happy to have that. And now here is Fast and Furious Arcade. Not to be confused with The Fast and the Furious. This is kind of a new one that has 4 screens, and there are these little cars that rumble and everything. And now here is the Godzilla Kaiju VR game. Sadly, it was actually off when I had come to the arcade, and it's like kind of one of those like Dead Storm Pirates. It's the Sentry mounted gun. And then here is a not sit-down version of Halo Fireteam Raven, which Has really big guns and just like a regular widescreen and no chairs to sit down in. And here's World Football Pro, which we call soccer here in the US. And then there's this Lightning McQueen Cars photo thing, which I just want to show actually has graphics on it. So it must be some kind of game that you play and it either takes your photo or uses your photo. I was not really sure. And here's a better look at that like weird air hockey table that I'd seen earlier, and the back of that wheel that was still off for some reason. And then here are another one of those like animals that just look like balls. This is the check your balance and reload your card thing for this arcade. And the claw machine is just another E-claw. And then this one actually had a vending machine for drinks because I guess they figured people might actually want to drink. Mario Kart Arcade GP DX, which runs on Namco System ES3, which is similar to the one that runs Tekken 7. And that was a dual cabinet, which is pretty nice. I actually saw one day a kid was playing this, and there was a credit loaded in the left side, and he just played for free, so that was kind of cool. And then here is Super Bikes 3 again, like I saw in Sonny and Ricky's arcade. They took the Fast and the Furious license off, I'm guessing, because they didn't want to have to pay for it, so they just made it Super Bikes 3, which honestly I thought was kind of weird. Another Nerf arcade, which is a redemption machine. People were actually playing this. And then over here is this like crazy VR experience thing, which at the time I was recording this, there wasn't anybody actually staffing it, because I think people actually have to like put you in your vests and everything so you can play the game. And you'll see it's like gives you your height limit of 6'5", so I guess you couldn't be a like 6'6" or higher to play the VR experience here. So if you're like a basketball player, NBA guy, you're not going to be able to do that, unfortunately. And now I'm going to go to the back here. Going into like the little restaurant here, there's actually a few more claw machines. There's that AMC The Walking Dead game. And now you'll see here, there's another Play Till You Win game. Some more like hamburgers and hot dogs, strangely enough. Little Mario characters in here. And this is actually the one that I had won, the Little Luigi, which I'll probably show my winnings in one of these videos, or just in a separate video I'll just show what I won. But that basically is how the Casino Arcade, which that's the reason why I snapped the little picture in the beginning there, because the name is actually not on the front of the building here, so I wasn't sure what this arcade was called, so I took that picture so I would remember. But this has been another Game Nexus arcade tour, and I shall see you later. Bye.